What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here. And look at this, Disney Infinity 3.0, The Force Awakens. Got a special guest here for the review.
Oh, is this my cue?
This is your cue.
Is this how? Do I go first? You go first.
I go first.
Oh, okay.
I went first.
I didn't know how this was done.
This is how it goes.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie reference, by the way.
Hey everybody, it's me, Eric.
So my brother Eric is up from Florida, and everybody loves the Jay and Eric co-op specials. So we are here with a new Jay and Eric co-op special. It is our spoiler-filled review / conversation about Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And oh my God, I just saw it for the second time because it's that damn good. And Eric was a little mad that I did see it without him, but
Yeah, because you're a dick.
yeah, well, life goes on without you. So, anyway.
Couldn't wait 2 days.
I could not wait 2 days. I had to see it in IMAX. And if you have seen the movie, you understand why I could not wait 2 days. Now that you've seen the movie, I think you could understand why I could not wait 2 days. We're looking for the tag of Kylo Ren because we want to be able to play as Kylo Ren. And, ooh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not the droid we're looking for. But, anyway... So, hey guys, if you have not seen the movie yet, you may want to come back to the review a little bit later, because we are completely discussing it. This is not like us trying to spoil things. This is us talking about the movie, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we're not holding anything back. So, you have been sufficiently warned. It is off my conscience. It is on you. So, let's just get right to it, man. What did you think about Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
It was the shittiest movie I've ever seen.
He's lying.
I do not lie.
You lie all the time. So since he's lying...
That is true.
Yeah, so that is also true. Yeah. Anyway, since he's lying, I'll just go out and I'll say it. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Episode 7, easily my second favorite Star Wars movie of all the times. It was that good. J.J. Abrams, you done it. You are now as big a member and part of Star Wars lore as anybody else, as far as I'm concerned. And, there are definitely some concerns and some things that, the old school Star Wars purists that I think both of us are, may have with it. But all in all things considered, there are some pretty jaded Star Wars fans that we're friends with that went to this movie that swore they wouldn't, talking about Dave, our former roommate, and even he walked out of the movie at least content with the way it went. I think he even said it was like his third favorite, right?
It was his third favorite.
It was his third favorite. That says a lot.
And he's
demanding.
He's very demanding. He's one of those fanboys that you have to have everything perfect to appeal to him, to appease him. And was hardcore Star Wars for the longest time since I met him. He had every book. I'm not kidding. Every book.
Yeah, when they threw away the expanded universe, he threw away the books. Like, he got rid of them.
Yeah, he's
like he was like, peace out, Star Wars. So
and he almost wanted to boycott Disney.
Exactly. So I mean, it just speaks volumes to just how great this movie is, and it's great for so many reasons. I think it comes down to the way the movie was shot. Like the movie was like, there's not an overall super reliance on CGI, kind of like the prequel trilogy. That George Lucas got a lot of slack for his kind of really over-reliance on CGI. And, I think it's pretty cool that, that Abrams kind of did everything the way that he did, because it really made the movie feel real. And I guess I can't use this vehicle here. Oops, I'm not supposed to go that way apparently either. But it really made the movie feel real, and I think that was a huge touch. The cinematographics were just incredible. It was gorgeous. I mean, it really felt just powerful. You felt like you were there, and I didn't always get that feeling with the prequel trilogy, you know.
Yeah, I felt like I was on the ice planet because it was a little chilly in that movie theater.
Yeah, man. So I think if you haven't seen this movie yet, if you are the Star Wars purist that I like to think that both of us are, I mean, I really do feel like we are both pretty hardcore Star Wars fans. We are also very, very demanding. So I mean, I think you need to go see it. You need to do it. They do the franchise justice, and it's just an incredible movie. It really, really is. So let's talk about some of the characters. Obviously, you know, there are some of the classic characters that make an appearance. The two that we have on the screen now are probably going to be two of the bigger newcomers. Are two of the biggest newcomers. I would say there's probably 4 significant new characters in the game. With Rey, who I'm playing as, with Finn, who Eric is playing as, and I would say Kylo Ren. Obviously, we're trying to find Kylo Ren so we can put him on the stand. And then there's Poe Dameron, who I can play as. So I don't know why you can't play as Kylo Ren. We're gonna try it. Let's start with Vader. Yeah, we have to unlock him. We have to find his champion coin. But he can play as Darth Vader, who, by the way,
has a cameo.
Has a cameo. You've seen it in all the trailers. Darth Vader happens to be a family member of Kylo Ren. So I think we all kind of expected it. That was kind of one of the big reveals, right? Oh, there's Yoda. So Kylo Ren is not his real name. His real name, we think, is Ben Solo.
Or Ben Organa.
I don't think he's Ben Organa.
Think he's Ben Solo?
I think he took his father's name, even though he's ashamed of his father apparently and doesn't like him. But
it's a spoiler alert. Han and Leia do have sex.
We already told them there were going to be massive spoilers, and I'm not going to touch massive. Anyway, so basically, you know, that is our big bad guy, is Kylo Ren. And I think they kind of borrowed a little bit from, you know, the newer stories for after the original trilogy, where, you know, Han and Leia, they had 3 kids. They had Anakin, they had Jason, who became Darth Caedus and switched to the dark side. Man, that's the vehicle I was supposed to put in there.
Yeah, well, I found it.
All right, cool. Well, and then there was Jaina, the twin daughter, or the twin sister of Jason. So, keeping that in mind, we've got also, so Kylo Ren apparently, you know, Jason Solo turned on, you know, his family and the Jedi and the New Order and all that. What is this? TIE Pilot Deep Space Assault. So basically, Kylo Ren turned on the family, just like Jason Solo did, and you know, went to the dark side. Andy Serkis's character is Supreme Overlord Snoke or some stuff like that. Supreme Leader.
I thought he was a giant the whole time. I didn't realize it was a hologram.
I thought that was a really nice touch. You know, he was a hologram. So yeah, man, Kylo Ren. I think we all kind of went into it expecting him to either be like Luke's kid or Han and Leia's kid. I do like it that they did basically, you know, have it so that Han and Leia were together. You know, basically, it's just a really cool homage, if you will, to the fact that, yes, there were a lot of really amazing storytellers over the last 30 years since the original trilogy was out that were making really beautiful and awesome stories, you know, for these characters. And, you know, obviously when Lucas sold everything to Disney decided they were throwing it all out, which, you know, alienated a lot of people. And, you know, I think I was obviously one of them. A lot of people invest a lot of money in it. So I think it's really great that, even though they didn't completely follow the script, they did, in fact, kind of like they kind of did in a way,
They borrowed a lot of elements from the expanded universe, but they decided to make their own story.
That's basically what I was getting at. So, essentially, these are some great characters that I think everybody's going to fall in love with. Kylo Ren, he's definitely...
You could tell he was definitely related.
Yeah.
Because he kind of reminded me of Anakin Skywalker from the prequel trilogy. He was a little whiny.
But he was not Hayden Christensen.
No.
Adam Driver definitely did, who plays Kylo Ren, did a much better job than Hayden Christensen. And I'm saying that not like the biggest Hayden Christensen hater out there. Like, I didn't think he was great per se, but I didn't think he was awful. I loved episode 3, so I kind of feel like,
I wish they could actually go through the prequel trilogy and get the guy who did Anakin's voice in the Clone Wars cartoon. And just dub over Hayden's lines.
I can't think of what his name is. It's like Matt something. But yeah, he did a great job as Anakin.
I liked Anakin Skywalker from Clone Wars cartoon. So basically, I just didn't like Hayden Christensen's whiny voice.
Right.
But anyways, one of the things that I felt like this movie did very well, J.J. Abrams did very well, is he took this with a lot of respect. Because, when you're starting the first sequel from a mega franchise, you have to really put everything into this. And if anything, when you break it down, I think Star Wars fanboys are the hardest ones to appeal to ever.
Yeah, we're demanding.
And there's always gonna be that who's better, Star Wars or Star Trek? And kind of funny how J.J. Abrams directed the first 2 Star Trek films
of the reboots, anyway.
Of the reboots, and a lot of people had bitched about those, but I have yet to hear one person really bitch about this movie. So that shows you how much respect he gave the original source material.
Exactly, and I think that's all anybody could ask for. I think that was a lot of people's biggest fear going into this. I don't really know what the point of coming up here was.
I think Star Trek was basically a warm-up for him. It's like, hey, look, I can get into sci-fi, and it was kind of just like setting him up for Star Wars.
Yeah, I can buy that. So, this is Finn, and FN 2178 is his designation, I believe. And he was a stormtrooper, and I think he is the catalyst of the Force Awakening. Now, one of the things that I really loved about his, he ends up being a really great character, in my opinion. This is a coming-of-age story of 2 characters, definitely Finn and definitely Rey. Both characters, I think, are going to be the central figures of the new generation of Star Wars. They obviously tease a love interest, if you will. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but, it's early. They make Finn you're very sympathetic to Finn. He's a former stormtrooper. What we learn about the First Order is that they kidnap babies and brainwash them into becoming, stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of crazy to me.
They kind of stole a method from the Jedis.
Right.
But they were picking up
Force-sensitive children.
Yeah, they were picking up Force-sensitive children to train. I don't know what their methods of picking these people are.
Yeah, I don't either.
They might explore it in the next film. I hope they do, because it's either that or they're just hey, we're gonna take your kid.
Taking kids, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But what it is he had he went in his first battle and he was horrified. So I think that's why, there was a changing of, what would you say, change of character?
Yeah, that was definitely his awakening, as to play off of the title of the the movie. So I mean, it's really cool, like the way that they really kind of worked that in and named it that way. So, for Finn, he slowly evolves. You feel bad for him because he's slowly waking up to this world around him, and he has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea. He doesn't have a real name. Like,
they don't give them names.
Yeah, they don't give him names. They just give him numbers. And so Poe Dameron actually, when he's like, "What do I call you? What's your name?" and he goes, "FN 2178 or 87, whatever his actual designation was," and he just shortens it for Finn. So like just the attention to detail, like the little things like that, really awesome. Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron, that was pretty cool. I'm not really too familiar with him as an actor, but I thought he was really great. He's going to be Apocalypse in the X-Men movie, so I really feel like these are two characters that a lot of people are really going to get into for him. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of him in the future because he did a really great job. Poe Dameron has a little bit of Han Solo in him. And I don't mean genetically. Maybe he does. No, I don't think he does either. But, he's got a little Han Solo in him. He's cocky. He's a great pilot. Obviously he has no Han Solo in him because they did a backstory in the comics. But he's the best pilot in the Resistance. The movie kind of starts off with him on Jakku. They're trying to track down Luke Skywalker. And... it all kind of snowballs from there. That's where, Kylo Ren, he obviously... So we don't know for sure, but we kind of expect that Finn is going to be Force sensitive because Kylo Ren kind of senses it. And at the same time that, Finn is kind of freaking out and trying to, figure out what the hell's going on and why he feels the way that he does. So... Then we have Daisy Ridley, who, as far as I'm concerned, is my favorite character in the movie, Rey. And Rey has been kind of mysterious through all this because I think we all got the vibe that she was a scavenger, but there had to be some explanation as to how she ties into it all. And, they definitely, during the lead up, they gave the vibe that that Finn was going to be Force sensitive, and that Finn was going to be, a possible Jedi. They show him with a lightsaber a few times in the trailers, which I didn't totally love because, essentially, who is this guy? It's like a disciple of Ren or something.
I have no idea.
But essentially, like, I felt like it gave away too much of the movie. But it was a little bit of a swerve because, as it turns out, that is not the droid we were looking for. Finn is not the big the big badass hero. It's Rey. Rey is the Force sensitive Jedi they're searching for, and
they weren't really searching for her. They just accidentally found her.
You're not getting into trouble,
like it was kind of like she was drawn to it.
Right, and it's cool because I think the speculation has begun, and I think it's safe to say everybody leaves this movie. So Rey is not a native of Jakku. She was left there and told her family would come back for her, and that family, I think we all have a feeling, is going to end up being Luke Skywalker. I have a feeling that what we're looking at right here is Rey Skywalker and her grandfather Vader up above. So it's interesting, and there's a really powerful scene where Kylo Ren is basically there, interrogating her, and you can see it. He can sense that she's Force sensitive, and you almost feel like he's wondering if this is family, But I have a feeling that he doesn't know that she exists. Because Kylo Ren wiped out, like, all the Jedi he was training with. Like, that was kind of like a big a big thing that he was told, and that's why Luke Skywalker has disappeared. He kind of blames himself for it, and he's taken himself, out of the equation. And the whole point of the movie is they're both sides are looking for Luke Skywalker. Leia in the Resistance and the First Order and Kylo Ren. So it's a pretty interesting story, and I think one of the things a lot of people are going to be maybe not disappointed about, but that I don't think a lot of people were expecting, is the fact that Luke is really not in the movie. Like, he's in the movie, but he's not a part of the movie. Yeah, I don't think Kylo Ren's on this planet, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and exit out and go into, like, the free roam mode. So that we can get a little Kylo Ren on the screen. So Luke is not really in the movie. He's there at the end. There's the moment between...
He's basically there to set up the next movie.
Exactly. And I think that's where everybody's going to start speculating that Rey equals Luke's daughter. Now, the question is, who's the mom? Is it really going to be Mara Jade? We don't know.
Again, they might create a new character. They might maybe salvage something from the expanded universe. We don't know. But it'd be nice to see Mara Jade survive. She was such a badass character.
Yeah. So, for me, the pivotal, iconic moment of the movie is something that I think it's up there as one of the biggest moments in Star Wars history. And that is the death of Han Solo. So let me just say that this movie, as much as it stars, Daisy Ridley and John, is it Boyega?
John Boyega.
Boyega. As much as it stars the two of them, it stars Harrison Ford and Chewbacca.
Which I love, because my favorite character is Chewbacca.
Exactly. So it's a lot of it in the beginning is establishing this is Rey, this is Finn, this is why you should care. And then it becomes a combination of merging the two of them together with the old guard. So, it becomes a matter of having Rey and Finn and Han and Chewie all interacting with each other. All right, here we go. So I think you have to tag in. And then... Oh, wait, what's this? Double Trouble. Oh, I've been waiting for that, apparently. So, let's go ahead and, why is your screen white?
I don't know.
Let's get him off. Let's get... What are we doing here? Maybe just walk away? Maybe it's the angle you're at? Ah, there you are. Haha. So here's Kylo Ren, finally. So Eric gets the honor of playing as Kylo Ren. I don't remember him doing that, but...
because I am the big Sith Lord fan.
Don't even think about it.
You can fight stuff over here. So anyway, Harrison Ford is fantastic in this movie. It's funny, it's charming, it's everything you expected Han Solo to be. And then you get to this, they did a really good job of building up the animosity between, Kylo Ren and Han Solo. That, there's a lot of resentment from Kylo Ren and Han Solo. And, they get to this moment, Leia still has hope, and basically Leia gets Han killed. Because Han's like, yeah, our boy's dead. And Leia's like, I still feel light in him. Because, she's, sort of force sensitive as well. And she's like, bring our son home. And so there's a moment when they're trying to blow up the fourth Death Star. I mean, essentially. There's a moment where they're basically, on this, bridge. And Han's like, all right, I gotta try. And just the dialogue, everything about it was just
perfect.
It was perfect. Adam Driver was incredible. Harrison Ford was incredible. you really like I had already seen it, and the second time it happened, I literally wanted to cry. Like, it was just beautiful. And it's, if you know, you told me before the movie about Harrison Ford.
Yeah, before we even saw the movie, you thought I like already knew about it, because Harrison Ford has been very vocal over the years about having George Lucas kill Han Solo off. He actually wanted to do it back in the original trilogy. That's the reason why he got put in Carbonite, because they weren't sure if he wanted to come back. But this was definitely like, they're like, okay, yeah. Well, plus Harrison Ford is like 70 years old.
Yeah, he's definitely getting up there, so it's definitely like a nice out for him.
Yeah, you know, I wish they could have done that with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, well, I mean, as much as I appreciate and respect Peter Mayhew, I mean, anybody can put on the Chewbacca outfit.
Well, most of it wasn't Peter Mayhew. You know, he did all the scenes like up front.
Right.
But for the most part, when you see Chewbacca running, that wasn't him, because Peter Mayhew actually cannot really walk.
Yeah, he's in some rough shape. People stop inviting me to parties. So,
but
yeah.
anyways, it honestly, for Harrison Ford, it was like a great swan song for Han Solo to, you know, put his character to bed. It's not saying it's going to be the last we see of Han Solo, because the rumor is of a solo movie for him. I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
And so he could pop up as as the older version of the movie.
I think it's going to be like a prequel of sorts, like how Han Solo got to be who he was. But alas, the movie's fantastic. I mean, there's tons of cameos throughout the movie. There's a rumor that Daniel Craig was a stormtrooper. You know, Simon Pegg's in the movie.
As an alien.
As an alien. I mean, everybody always ends up being aliens.
Just somebody's like, just say, hey, I'm in Star Wars, but I'm not a major character.
Yeah, so I mean, there were some lost people that were involved in it. Obviously, you know, JJ going back to his roots. And, I know one of the pilots was a guy from Lost, like the bigger dude, Greg Grunwald or something like that.
Oh yeah, he was also.
What did you do? Whoa.
Yeah, he was.
I've never seen this.
He was also on the show Heroes.
What? Haha, sucker! Oh, flying in this game is awful, but I'm up here now. So that's kind of cool. He was in Heroes? Is that what it was actually?
Yeah, he was in, he was in, I think he was in Lost, I'm not sure, but he was in Heroes. That's where I first saw him from. And, it was pretty cool. Kind of, I almost thought he was, the son
Jon
of...
Favreau?
No, I thought he was the son of, the fat guy from
Porkins?
Yeah, Wedge Porkins.
Not Wedge Porkins.
Or whatever his name is.
Wedge Antilles. Yeah, no, I thought it was like Jed Porkins or something like that. Yeah, I kind of got that vibe too. So we need to get that X-Wing back. There it is. So yeah, flying in this game is awful, by the way. You're not missing anything. I'll wait. Hold on. Exit the vehicle. We need to do this right. Got the best pilot in the Resistance.
Oh yeah? Well then I'm gonna have the best pilot in the Rebellion.
Because Luke is in this. Characters that are not in this, Boba Fett. I think a lot of people speculated and were excited and were happy. And,
like me.
Yeah, you know, you see that Mandalorian symbol going into whatever that cantina was. Why did I fall out? This game cannot handle all this. But alas, where'd it go? You know, a lesson to game makers: you don't need to mess around with what's already works. There's no need, like, if I'm shooting people with my right trigger. When I'm in a vehicle, I should also shoot them with the right trigger. But yeah. So let's talk about disappointments. So obviously, no Boba Fett was a little bit of a disappointment. I think we both got a vibe that we were going to see more out of this character in episode 8. But Captain Phasma ended up being a huge letdown.
She was barely in the movie.
Yeah. And
she's got established as, okay, she's the leader of the First Order troopers, and that if anybody's out of line, they go to her. But that's it, nothing else. You just see her walk around and stand there. You don't even see her take her helmet off.
Right, and then not only that, but she gets captured easily. Like it's just and they make a joke back to the other movie with is there a what do you call it, a trash compactor?
Yes.
Or something. And that was funny, but it was also one of the probably campier jokes in the movie. Where did my X-Wing go? Oh, there it is, finally. So maybe it'll tell me how to shoot this time. Land, alright. Y? Oh, Y. Y is how you shoot. Y. Okay, anyway, yeah, so, I thought Captain Phasma was a little bit of a disappointment. Oh, and they're all gone now. Anyway, I thought Captain Phasma was a little bit of a disappointment. She still looks awesome. That's, Gwendolyn Christie, I think. Also known as, Brienne of Tarth. From, all you, fans of Game of Thrones. And I think they kind of featured her a lot, kind of going in. She's awesome looking though. So I think I'm hoping that really sets up for episode 8. I think they really did a great job of setting up for episode 8. We've got the dynamic of Rey is going to be training with Luke. You've got the dynamic of what happens to Kylo Ren. He's going back to meet up with Snoke, and you've got the rebellion still where they are. Is Oscar Isaac going to be in Rogue One? Rogue One's the next movie, though.
I'm not 100% sure. I think Rogue One may have been not about him.
Okay, well,
his character.
I would love to see more about Poe Dameron. I mean, I know that they had a comic book that kind of explained who his parents were and everything.
It's the Shattered Empire prelude to Force Awakenings.
Have Kylo? So we're going to kind of wrap it up here. I mean, I know that we're kind of all over the place talking about these guys. All in all, bottom line, this is a 10 out of 10 movie for me.
It was a 10 out of 10 as well.
This is a 10 out of 10 movie for me. This, we're both in agreement. It is everything. I wouldn't say it's everything I hoped it would be, because I really kind of hoped that, there would be a lot more of the, the expanded universe in it. But I am willing to settle for what we got. I think even that lightsaber, everybody made fun of that lightsaber when they saw it.
And it works.
And it works. It made sense. It was awesome. It was perfect. It's why didn't all the Jedi do that, It was really just an incredible thought out movie. I know that, there's a lot of people that are upset that they wiped out a lot of history, but, all in all, I think we're all pretty excited with the results. I have yet to really see anybody who hates this movie. I have not seen a single person that would even probably say it was a 7 out of 10 movie. I've legitimately seen everybody that has seen this. Oh, nice. Blow to your character. There you go. Every single person that I have seen that has watched this movie has come out of it raving, calling it one of their. All right, so it's definitely better than every prequel movie at worst. Most of them at least put it above Return to the Jedi, which it absolutely is. and some people will say, 5, 4, 7. I think 3 is as low as I've seen it. I've seen a couple people put it at 4, but that's it. And to be honest with you, the original trilogy is just so incredible that it makes sense in a lot of ways. It really does. So I'm okay with it. I don't hate it. Man, you're learning your Force stuff real quick.
What's that?
So you're learning the Force real quick.
Don't fuck with a Jedi Master.
There we go. So I know this was a long video. I would love to, spoilers obviously allowed. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let us know what we missed. There's just so much to talk about. I might see it again before you leave. Like, I loved it that much that I might go see it a third time. Like, if we have a group of friends that want to go see it again, I probably would, It was that good. Anything you want to add?
Not really. I mean, like I said, you pretty much capped on everything I wanted to say. Great intro to the new trilogy. Beautiful movie. They're almost flawless. It was like really done perfectly well.
Hey, I'm posing, bro.
Too late. You did.
Alright, whatever. Well,
now you can pose.
What a jerk.
Look, you're hollow inside.
Alright, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I do hope you guys go see the movie, especially if you are a Star Wars enthusiast. You will not be disappointed. Flat out, there is no possible way you will be disappointed in this movie. Yeah, man. I can't wait for episode 8.
If you don't see this movie, Avatar wins.
Yeah, don't let that happen.
Don't let James Cameron win.
This is going to be the biggest selling movie of all time.
Let's show it.
All right. We out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you.